But it's President's Day. It's President's Day, so it might be a day off. I'm not sure. All right, 19 minutes after... What was that?
In the bank.
In the banks, yeah.
Government office.
19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. It is February 16th, 2015. It is President's Day. Many things are closed today. Many stores are having sales today.
Yep, they are.
And good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Pretty good. It's 46 degrees here at the Source, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, less affectionately known.
That's right.
As the food court.
Exactly. It's the WOCA commissary.
So we've got a pretty good show. A lot of guests on this list. So I guess we'll be in here a while. Some fun guests. Charlotte Reed is coming on this morning. We haven't had Charlotte on in a long time.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
I hope. We've had her on the schedule a lot in the last 6 months or so, but she sometimes forgets.
Yes, she
does. So we put her on at 10:35 because when it's early, apparently she's still sleeping.
Exactly.
But anyway, so 7:35. It's a subject that's kind of very familiar to you. I don't know if it's near and dear to your heart, Robin, but it's very familiar to you. There's a oops. Let me go to my cheat sheet here.
Oh, I thought my clicking was.
Yeah, that's always
Okay.
a distraction.
Okay.
Let's see. Should Florida get back into the movie business by offering TV and film producers incentives? There's a couple of legislators, Representative Frank Artiles, a Republican from Miami, thinks we should be spending more money to compete with other film-friendly states. However, the Koch brothers, they're in the picture here.
Okay.
They say it's corporate welfare. By giving taxpayer money to any industry, the film industry specifically in this argument. So we'll talk about that. I know you know a lot about this, Robin. You went through this years with the film commission that you were involved in, and the what was the other one called?
No, a film commission of Real Florida and Florida Motion Picture and Television
I always forget the names. But anyway, so for those who don't know, Robin was with those organizations for what, 27 years or something?
Yeah.
No, how long really?
No, about 14 years.
14 years. Wow. No, wasn't.
Yeah. And Grady Bishop from Extreme Stunts, the one that does all the stunt shows in Orlando for Disney, and they do all the high-end movies like Rush Hour 2, all of those high-caliber movies. Every March, he goes to Tallahassee to lobby, him and his guys.
All right, so we'll talk about that at 7:35. We'll talk about the political aspect of that. 8:35, that's when we read the news in brief. We take the news and we shorten the stories and then deliver them with our voices, giving the listeners a chance to hear a bunch of news in a short period of time. Of course, we'll tell you where we're getting the stories from, so you can look it up on the internet and read the whole story if you're interested. Bern Paresa will be here at 9:05. She's our medical correspondent and president and CEO of GFA Inc., which means Good for All. She gives us information about different health services in our community. Delvin R. Chatterson, also known as Uncle Ralph.
I love this.
By his nephews and nieces. He's going to tell you how to avoid the seven biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make. Don't do it the hard way is the title of his book.
And he is an entrepreneur, so he knows.
Amber Foreman at 9:35. She is a survivor of breast cancer, and she's coming on to talk about her book, Farewell, My Loves. Can a mother's love run deeper than life itself? I'm looking forward to that. Sounds like a touching conversation. Matt Gibbs will be in the studio at 10:05. Auto repair with personal care. He's the owner of Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales, and he'll tell you what's going on with your car. If you describe the noise, you got to do it with your voice. So, well, it's doing this, Matt.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
Or drive with me, and then I'll say, hear that? Hear what? Hear that? That noise right there.
Yeah, hold on. Let me hold my phone up to the engine. What does that sound like to you?
That's right.
That's good. Again, Charlotte Reed is coming on at 10:35. She'll be on with her lover, I believe, Dr.
Yes, he
Michael
is.
Fleck. They must be.
They are lovers.
We knew her before
with each other.
We knew her before she knew him. But then he started coming onto the picture. I think he gets a kick out of our relationship with her.
Yeah, he likes that.
They call themselves the Dynamic Pet Duo. They're at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show in Madison Square Garden this morning, where it's freezing. Mm-hmm. There's also, by the way, a story. We should ask them. Let's see. Let's see if I remember my New York well. Times Square is not too far from Madison Square Garden. So I wonder if they've seen the Naked Cowboy, because he's in the news saying he's concerned about shrinkage playing in all this cold weather.
Really?
Yeah, his underwear are getting smaller apparently.
Oh my gosh! Well, you got to get those heaters inside those undies. Like you put inside your gloves, just stick it in your undies. You'll be fine.
He did say he's wearing an extra pair of socks to deal with the cold. I guess his feet are getting colder than any other part of his body.
Probably. Yeah, that's the last area to be warm.
David Foreman is the herbal pharmacist, and he'll tell you how to protect yourself naturally during the flu season.
Yep.
With natural ingredients.
Yep.
Bob Lenz is the co-founder and chief of innovation for Envision Education, and he's an author. His book is called Transforming Schools, using project-based learning, performance assessment, and Common Core standards. I think he's a proponent of Common Core.
I think so.
I'm not telling you I agree with him. I'll tell you right up front about Common Core.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it. I mean, I've looked at it and I've seen some of the examples, and there's some parts of it that I really, really have issues with. Especially the wordy questions that seem to be in the form of a question. Somehow, you could be influenced. A child could be influenced by the question to believe a certain thing about society, whatever. I should have the example rather than doing it that way. But anyway, so he'll be on that. I'm not going to fight with him. I just want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like it.
50 Shades of Grey started this weekend. If any of you saw it, I want to hear what you have to say about it. The reviews are not that good. I was listening to one review, and the review said that the first 20 minutes, all the women in the audience, which was a primarily female audience, were loving it, because it's like a Cinderella story in the first 20 minutes, because there's this woman who doesn't expect much of herself, and she meets up with this rich, successful, handsome guy. Mr. Grey. Right. No, Mr. Grey, right?
Yeah.
Christian Grey.
Yeah.
But then the last 20 minutes, it's like, I mean, all he does is using her. I mean, he's not in love with her. He's just using her. And I think he agrees to one dinner a week in exchange for... That is crazy. So especially if you're a lady, if you saw the movie, I want to hear what you thought.
I'll have to go see it so I can comment on it.
I don't feel like seeing it. Doesn't seem like anything I want to see. All right. So what else? Oh, the cold weather is still here. Right now, it's 46 degrees here at the mall, at the station, and cold weather is heading south. It says the South is muscling in on the dominance of recent weather stories. People below the Mason-Dixon line, not as far as us, but more than a dozen states south of the Mason-Dixon line are in the path of a wintry storm.
Oh, my gosh.
From Kansas and Oklahoma to Virginia and North Carolina, Little Rock, Arkansas. I even saw some cold weather as far south as south of Atlanta.
Wow.
Possibly Kentucky also with snow, ice, and sleet. So how about that? I mean, we got some cold. It's cold right now. I was chilly over the weekend. It was really cold on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Saturday was really cold. That breeze and everything. It was cold
on Saturday.
Good weather to eat ice cream and guaranteed not to melt because it was so cold. So that's a good time to eat ice cream whenever it's cold.
The lady who invented Nutella has passed away.
Oh, no.
Her name is Michelle Ferrero. She was the founder and patriarch. Patriarch? Was that? Maybe it's a man. Michael? Maybe it's Michael spelled like Michelle? But anyway... the founder and patriarch of the Nutella and Ferrero Rocher empire.
Gosh.
Oh, it was a guy. He had been sick for months. Michelle.
Men are a name Michelle.
Well, apparently so.
I have a friend named Leslie.
89 years old. His company makes the Nutella chocolate hazelnut spread, which I've never even tried.
Nope. They were trying to keep up with those waffle trucks up in New York because they manufactured their own stuff, and then Nutella came out.
No. Nutella wasn't first?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. I'll
Okay.
have to look.
And then, of course, the world is just nutty. ISIS is just so bad. They lined up a group of Christians, we call them Coptic Christians, and they simultaneously beheaded them, like a dozen of them. Did you see this?
I saw the still picture, and I wasn't going to look any further.
No, I'm not
I
looking
got
at it.
so angry.
The Egyptian military said this morning they have bombed some ISIS targets in Libya after that video was released. The airstrikes hit their targets accurately, and the Eagles returned to their bases safely. That's a statement from the Egyptian state television. The killings of the Egyptian Christians is believed to have been carried out by a Libyan affiliate of ISIS.
Yeah, just get rid of them all.
Remember, Jesus said people are going to hate you if you believe in him.
That's right. Don't stop
We
believing.
will take a little break, and we will be right back. This is WOCA, The Source. It is 7:30.
Fox News Radio, I'm Paul Stevens. Airstrikes launched by Egypt on ISIS targets after the release of an ISIS video showing Coptic Christians from Egypt being beheaded in Libya.
There's a lot happening on the diplomatic front. Developments very rapidly. Just been hearing that the French President Hollande is now backing Egypt's call for an urgent UN Security Council meeting to discuss taking new measures in Libya.
Sky News reporter Shireen Tadros in Cairo. Two men now in custody accused of helping a gunman who killed two people in a pair of weekend attacks in Denmark. Many in Copenhagen still in shock.
Maybe we have taken each other for granted up to now.
Both men appearing in court today. Some of the coldest temperatures in years descending on the Northeast. A weekend storm also dropping another foot of snow in Boston. More snow possible.